A question I'm getting asked heaps is, how do you pre-program loops on Club Gear, and what's the advantages of doing so? So in this video, I'm going to show you how, why, and where you would pre-program loops. Now, firstly, okay, a pre-programmed loop, also known as an automated loop or even an active loop, is when you set up a point in the track you would like to loop and you activate it in your software. So when the track reaches that point in the track, right, like it loops that point and it basically, like it gets to that point in the track and it starts, it loops that, it makes the loop active. It does that bit over and over, but okay, I'll show you. But the advantages of setting these are, like setting them up, are numerous, but mainly, let's say you're playing your first show, okay, and you're crafting a complicated set or even a set where you have a lot going on. And maybe you found in advance certain places that you wish to loop. For instance, perhaps the track that you're mixing out of drops off and gives you this perfect platform to execute this really cool mix. Or perhaps you even this drops off, there's this really cool pattern that you want to hold, right? Well, instead of adding more to remember when you play, you could pre-program an auto loop. Now, sure, I love to do stuff on the fly, okay? But sometimes you may only have a short window in the track to do a perfect mix. And by setting an auto loop, it's pretty much guaranteed to hold that perfect part of the track, which in truth eases the pressure a little bit, which is really good for beginners. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set auto loops, okay, where I would set them, and then I'm going to show you, like, I'm going to do it in action, okay, and I'll show you how it's done. But anyway, and also we'll see then by doing it the advantages, okay, of pre-programming loop points. But firstly, okay, so how do you set them? Now, for the sake of this video, I am using rekordbox, as when playing in clubs post-COVID, the chances are the venues will have Pioneer gear. So even though I do feel all DJ gear and software pretty much does the exact same thing, personally, I'm gravitating a little bit more around rekordbox, as my goal is preparing people to play in clubs post-COVID, which in truth, right, that may sound far off for many of you, but at the same time, I honestly feel there's going to be an abundance of opportunities for new DJs post-COVID. And if you don't believe me, like, I'll link in a video now that I made a couple of months ago about my beliefs on opportunities post-COVID. But just quickly, that aside, right, if you are using Denon, Traktor, Serato, or any other gear, the software will also have this feature. And in truth, it's probably pretty much exactly the same, okay, or very similar way to what I'm demonstrating now. So, okay, so let's jump in. So, okay, so I've got my screenshot going here, but let's have a look. So I remember, okay, I did drum and bass mix recently, and this is the one that prompted it. Someone said they time coded this and said, "Hey, what's happening here?" So that thought made me think, oh, okay, a few people have asked me in my one-on-ones as well, and this has popped up a bit recently. So I thought this could be something that could really benefit you guys. So in that drum and bass mix, I had this song playing, okay, and what happened was there was a point here in the middle of the track. Let's go have a listen. Okay, and then what I wanted to do was, I wanted that. But then, here's the problem, right? Then it starts kicking back in, but I wanted that, and I just wanted to hold that while I had my other track coming through. So what I could do is I go to that point, okay, and then basically I find it, and then what I do is, I found it there with my mouse. And by the way, if rekordbox, here's some of my students have this problem. They download rekordbox and they're like, why does it look so much different to this? It's probably because you're in performance mode. So up here in the corner, I've got export performance. So if I'm in performance mode, that's when I'm performing, okay? Like, you know, that's when you're actually, like, if you haven't got this gear and you're performing with a rekordbox controller, performance mode's where you perform, or on Denon, it's like 2-player mode, that kind of stuff, right? But on here, you know, I wouldn't be doing my preps in performance. I'd be going to export. And that's actually where I've got another video on rekordbox where it's like, I can jump back 8-bar intervals and I do all my cues and all my mapping in export mode. And I even go to the 2-player mode in here in export mode to find songs that go well together and craft that. And if you're into like crafting playlists and everything, I'll link it in below, but I've got this whole like how to craft and prepare playlists like section on my free mini course, which includes like where to set cues. It includes like software walkthroughs for all the main software. It's got like harmonic mixing and all this stuff, and like it's pretty cool. But anyway, okay, but 2 players where I kind of map it, but I'll go back. This video is not about that. So I go to 1 player, and let's say that's the part that I want. Okay, I'll just delete I've already set it up, so I'll just delete that. Okay, so what I could do is, okay, so let's say I want to loop it. Now underneath here I can select how many beats I want to loop. So let's try 16. Let's see if that gets it. Yeah, it is, right? Okay, cool. Okay, well maybe let's see if the second one's better. Yeah, maybe. So let's say that's the one I wanted. So then what I do is I hit memory, okay? Now, that's now saved, but the problem is that's saved onto a memory cue point. So the only way to activate that, right, as a memory cue kind of thing, is to actually hit these memory cues actually on the club gear, which is on the club gear and also a lot of rekordbox controllers. But that's not an active loop. It means the only way to activate that would be to actually select it before I even hit play, okay? So we want to make it an active loop, and what I do to do that is, over here on the screen, see how it's orange? See, it goes, that's a memory cue point, but then if I go set active loop, I click on it, and then I've actually made it an active loop. Okay, so what that means is, right, let's say now I load up the song. You can see now there's a little red line there, and because it's a red line, okay, if that wasn't orange, you don't lose that line's not there. So you'll see there's a red line. And if I was to now put that playlist onto my USB, and I'm about to, when I get to that point, it's going to actually kind of do that bit over and over. So that'd be an example. Now, another mix I did recently, I was doing, like, let's say this, and I just wanted the whoop, there it is, right? So let's have a listen, let's go find it. Okay, let's say I want that. Let's say I want to make that shorter, that loop. I just halve it here. Okay, so then I just hit memory, and that's it. And then I just go make it an active loop by hitting on it, making it red, easy. What's another one quickly? See, this one here is interesting. See, I'm going to show you different size lengths loops, but I remember on this, I had a lot going on. I was doing a 3-deck mix, and if I wanted to set one on this, I could grab a vocal like let's have a listen. Sorry, I know it's a little bit lame. Okay, let's say I wanted that, okay? Then what I could do is hit memory, make it active, and then when it gets to that, I've got a lot going on there, I've got that there, and that would be one where I'd probably then start halving it manually. But I've taken a little bit of the load off. I know it's going to get to that bit, I'm going to hold that there, and then I'm going to start adding effects. I think with that one, then I started beat cutting. I've got like a video on that, like creating climaxes. So I was like cutting it, creating a build up. I might have even had some echo and a spin back on something like that. So that's actually pretty cool. So that's how you set them. Okay, it's pretty basic. So then, okay, I put it on my USB. Okay, so I'm just going to right click on the thing, add it to my USB. There we go. Just replace, already got it on there. Okay, cool. Bingo. Okay, I think I've ejected, did I? Now go and eject the USB. Okay, cool. Take it out. And then you turn it to a club and you've got your playlist and you've got some active loops set. So let's give it a go. This will be fun. Okay, so it's the fun bit. I love playing. Okay, so I go in, find my playlist. Okay, and I'll just fast forward and do those transitions fast. Okay. This song's great, man. I really like it. I'm just going to hit play here. Don't worry about so much about the mix. I missed it. Oh, no. Okay, look. active.
That night, oh my god. I don't know where it was. We ended up in this place. It was like down a hallway. There was like this burlesque woman dancing behind the cage. I don't even know where it was, but oh my god, there was this DJ. He's playing a song when like something like if you want to.
It was really bad. Yeah, sorry, that wasn't the point. I was just like then getting silly. Okay, but okay, so we saw it in action. Let's do another one. Right, let's do all three quickly. It'll be fun for me too. Okay, well, it's been a while since I've done this one. This was in that I did a Tech House 3 deck one. It's one of those transitions. Let's just do the mix quick. Okay. Look, it's active. And then I could have been, I gave him a 3rd deck ready now. I didn't have to worry about that. And I've got a bit more time now. I think I messed around with this one. And I was like, again, pretty bad, eh? Like, but still, it's just me fooling around. Maybe I'm having too much fun. Maybe I'm getting too comfortable with you guys. Now I can go. Okay. Okay, but you get the idea. That's more about the auto loop. It's not the other stuff. I was just being stupid. Okay, let's do that impact like a prayer one. Hopefully I've got a video coming up on copyright. Hopefully this one doesn't make me have to redo the video. I've got a video coming up where I'm going to talk about what you can get away with playing on YouTube. This like a prayer one, it's risky. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if you're watching it, I managed to get it past. Okay, if not, I'm going to have to do it again. Okay. Okay, forget that, all right? It's more about the active loops. So you'll see on this one, the active loop's a fair way up, but there's a red line there. Cool. And then, if you see my 3 deck mix, I busted into another track there. And on my course, I've actually got, see, this really is fooling around on YouTube. This is just me being friends with you guys. It really isn't. You guys always give me such positive comments. It really inspires me to do all this. So thank you. Like, you know, thanks a lot. And like, I'm way into it. But I just want to make a point, and that is my course, like, even though that it's the same kind of setup and, you know, but that's like, if I had a student now and I was teaching like, I would never teach like this. Like, you know, you've got to be, like, sure, you've got to be honest and real, and you've got to be like authentic in the way that you teach, but you've got to kind of have some structure. And right now it's just sort of, it's a little like, in the course I got close-up shots, different shots. It's like, it honestly is, it's like next level. And anyone that's done the course, they always say such positive feedback about it. So all I'm saying is, like, the course is a lot more serious than this. This is just me giving you some examples. So I guess for the more experienced DJs, so they can do it themselves. And if you're struggling at all, like, honestly, check it out. I've got like this sale on my complete package where it's like all my courses bundled together. And I hate to do the whole promo thing, but like, I've put a lot of effort into that. I really do. But anyway, I appreciate all the support on these videos. I really hope that's been inspiring. You can set auto loops. Personally, I like doing it. Like, I don't use them that often. I do like doing a lot of set prep and stuff. I do like mapping out playlists, but I don't use them that often. But then again, sometimes when I am preparing and I think, oh, that's a great place, and I'm worried about whether or not I'll remember it, I guess there's no harm in setting an auto loop, you know what I mean? And I've done that like a little bit, but it's good to do it. I like the pressure sometimes of doing it without it, but still, just saying that's how you do it. So anyway, I hope that's been helpful. I've got heaps of cool stuff coming up, like even about, like I mentioned, about what you can get away with on YouTube and stuff, and how to kind of not get a strike. Then I've also got, what else? Now, I might even do a looping in one. So that was kind of like looping out the exiting song and holding the part you like, but looping in's a little bit more about kind of like people have commented as well, like, why am I looping everything in for the drum and bass mix? And I just feel it gives you a little bit more time to kind of like draw out your transitions, tease it in, drop it in at the perfect point. So, I might actually do that one next, or the copyright one. And I've got then all these people who ask genres, like, I know some people have been waiting a long time for hardstyle, and it's taken me a while to get there. And also dark techno and stuff, that's definitely on the to-do list. Someone's asked me about jungle and garage and all that. 100% love that. I've got a drum and bass, just did that. A bass house one, and future bass and trap. And I love doing the mixes one, but I am kind of spacing it out. But again, just, sorry, rambling, one last thing. But again, man, like, in my course, okay, to be honest, like, with what I teach you in that, it doesn't matter about genre. Like, sure, I go dive into different genres and stuff, especially in the advanced course, and I show you different ways to mix between them and bring it all together, and really trying to challenge you in what you can actually accomplish, but without, like, I don't want to I don't want to overcomplicate things. I've got a way of teaching that will get you there. Once you've got those methods, man, like, honestly, these mixes where I just mix anything, to be honest, like, you can do that too. And I can get you in a point. People are always messaging me saying, oh, they're so happy about how far they've gone. It's like, oh my God, their mixes have been transformed. So I can do that for you. Genre doesn't matter, It's just being able to, it's just knowing techniques and then applying those techniques to anything. But anyway, again, thanks again for your support. Cheers.